Welcome grade 6. In this lesson we are learning unit 1 cells. Topic is 1.4 cells, tissues and organs. Learner's book page number 22 to 27 and workbook page number 11 to 15. First, let's discuss the learning objectives. In this lesson you will learn to identify the tissues, organs and organ systems in living organisms. Then, to understand that cells can be grouped together to form tissues, organs and organ systems. And finally, to recognize the name human organs that are part of the organ system. The keywords are ciliated epithelium. These are the tissues that line the tubes leading down to lungs. So these tissues are found on the respiratory tubes. Lower epidermis, the tissue that covers the lower surface of leaves. Onion epidermis, the tissues on the surface of the layers of an onion bud. Organ, a structure made up of many different tissues. Organ system, a set of organs that all work together to carry out the same function. Organism, a living thing. Palisade layer, the tissue made up of many palisade cells arranged side by side in a leaf. Spongy layer, the tissue made up of many rounded cells containing chloroplast found beneath palisade layer inside the leaf. Tissue, a group of similar cells that work together for a particular function. Upper epidermis, a tissue made up of cells with no chloroplast which covers the top surface of a leaf. We are starting our lesson with a small question. Can you name some of organs found in plants? They are roots, stem, leaf and flower. Can you name some organs found in the human body? They are brain, heart, stomach, intestine and lungs. Cells, tissues and organs. Now every one of you know that our body is made up of different types of cells. So cell is the basic unit of life. A group of cells is called a tissue. When the cells which perform similar type of task group together, they form a tissue. Tissues work together to make up organ. So a group of tissues is called organs and a group of organs is called organ system. Now digestive system is an organ system. So group of cells is called tissues, group of tissues is called organs, group of organs is called organ system. Now let's learn about tissues. Living things including animals and plants are called organisms. So those all living things are known as organisms. There are many different kinds of cell in an animal or a plant. Most of them are specialized to carry out a particular activity. Usually many cells of the same kind are grouped together. So when the cells are performing same task, they are grouped together and then they are called as tissue. So a group of similar cells is known as tissue and they perform a particular task. Now if you see the two diagrams, one diagram is from the animal and one diagram is from the plant. This diagram shows a tissue which is made by ciliated cells. This tissue is found in the respiratory tube of human beings. Now you can see the cilia and you can see the nucleus around these cells. These all are similar cells. They are grouped together and they form a tissue, and the name of this tissue is ciliated epithelium. Now on the other hand, if you see an onion epithelium, you can see similar type of cells in function. Means these all cells perform similar type of functions. They are grouped together and they form a tissue with the name of onion epithelium. Organs and organ systems. All the bodies of plant and animals, they contain different types of organs. For example, if you are talking about human being, the brain, the heart, the muscles, all these are organs. And in case of plants, leaves, roots, these are, and flowers, these are organs. Now each organ is made up of different type of tissues, and all those different types of tissue work together to make an organ. For example, our brain contains neurons and also several other kind of cells. So every cell, every tissue inside an organ will perform a particular task, a particular function. In the same way, a plant root contains root hair cells and also several other kind of cells. So the root hair will perform its own function and other cells will perform its own function. Now in the diagram you can see this is a part of leaf. A leaf is a plant organ and contains several different kinds of tissues. Now if you see the upper epidermis, it has one function. The palisade layer, it has another function. The spongy layer, it has another function, and the lower epidermis, it has another function. So you can see 4 different types of tissues combine and they make up an organ which is called the leaf. When all the organs come together, they make an organ system. Now check the learning. Place the following into the correct order starting with the smallest. So first we have cell, then we have tissue, then we have organ, organism, no, organ system, after that organism. So let's check it. First we have cell, then we have tissue, then we have organ, then we have organ system, and finally we have an organism. Organism means a living thing. So let's have a recap. What is the basic unit of life? It is the cell. What is the name given to a group of similar cells that all do the same job? And it's tissue. What is the name given to a group of tissues working together in order to do a particular job? It's called organ. Next, what is the name given to a group of organs working together to perform a particular role? It's called organ system. Now this is an activity. Your task is to find out the names and functions of different organs that are part of one system in the human body. So you can select any organ system. You can select the digestive system, you can select the circulatory system, you can select the respiratory system, or you can select the skeleton of human being or the arrangement of the bones inside the human being. Choose from the digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, or skeletal system. So this is the skeletal system. When you have found this information, decide how to display it. Perhaps you could make a presentation or a large drawing with labels and descriptions. Now activity 1.4, this is the answer. We have selected digestive system. We have these organs which are part of the digestive system. All these tissues, when they are combined, they make a digestive system. So now we have a question, we have to fill in the blanks. A group of similar cells is called a tissue. A dash is a structure made up of many different tissues. So the answer for the second one is organ. And dash is a group of organs that carry out a particular function. So the answer will be organ system. And dash is a living thing. It may contain many different organ systems, organs and tissues. So the answer will be organisms. Now it's research time. You have to Google it. What do you mean by hierarchy of organization? So this is your task. You have to do it. A high order thinking question is that how are red blood cells different from other cells? So the main difference is that the red blood cells do not have nucleus, and they can change their shape on the according to the blood vessels they are flowing through. Thank you so much for your time.